Stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the International Red Fashion Experience, and today I have a special guest that I have every month. My special guest, Beverly, my beautiful Queen Beverly,
Thank you, my
is here
king.
today, and the topic is today is consideration. Consideration. The reason why I figure consideration is a good topic because we always consider each other. Whenever we go buy something, whenever we go shopping, we're always considering what can I buy him, what can I buy her. You know, we don't always be selfish in no kind of way. When you're in a relationship and you're in a harmonious relationship, and it's a beautiful relationship, and it's a relationship that you don't take for granted, you be considerate, and that's what we do. So anyway, what do you want to say about that, Beverly? What do you want
Yes, and I'm known to be a considerate person, and that's just the way I prefer to live and to embrace all my family and friends and associates and even the challengers, being considerate.
Yeah, that's something that I notice a lot of people, they don't, they don't think like that. They think that a lot of people be selfish in a relationship, and they don't realize that when you're in a relationship, you're not by yourself. You know, you have to live as if you're as one. When you're living as a couple, whether you live together or not, that has nothing to do with it. The fact is that you think about them as you think about yourself. You know, it's just like, say for instance, if you're a family and you have young children, or you have people that that's your immediate family, and they're not grown, they're of a certain age to where you look out for them. You know, like when they're under 18, you look out for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're your responsibility. Well, when you're a man and woman, and you're grown up though, but you still look out for each other because you know they like this certain object, or you know what they like, you know what they don't like, and you know. So when you're going out buying things for yourself, and you see something they like, and it's being considerate when you buy them something. It's not saying, oh, I'm not gonna buy them nothing because I don't have the money or whatever. You don't think like that, because they share with you, you share with them. That should be love. That's what you call loving someone unconditionally.
Yeah,
You don't
love.
love them with no conditions.
Love.
You consider loving them unconditionally, and you don't set no limits on what you do when you do things for them. And if they treat you that way, then it's fine. If they don't, then sometimes it don't work. You have to be in a harmonious love that's equivalent, and it's a situation like we're in. We're in a situation where we both do for each other. We don't have to talk about it. It's not like some people argue over little minor things about what you didn't do for me or what you did for me and whatever. And then you didn't do it for me. No, we do the best we can for each other
Yes, we do.
because we feel that way.
Yes, we rock the love.
And that's why we wanted to do this show on consideration, because there's not enough people that consider. They don't show consideration. And that's not only with your mate. That's consideration is with friends, family, and associates. You could be somewhere and you see something, you see somebody, you know what I mean? And it could be something, you know what I mean? You know these people, and they might be, say somebody like, that's not how I do, because I'm other than my queen, I don't do nothing for nobody. I'm just gonna be honest. Because that's just how I am. But with her, she's a very loving person, and when she goes to her class where she senior place
Exercise.
where she exercises, and there's people in the class. When she was in this one class at the senior center, she bought a lot of pens and gave everybody that was new in the class. She gave them a pen, and she gave them some paper and different things. That's being considerate to people that you don't even really know, but you're showing consideration. And that's something a lot of people don't even do. But she's that considerate, and that's a gift. I never take that from her doing that good thing that she does. Because these are things you do that get blessed, and you say, why is that person so blessed? Why do they get everything they want? They got a good man, they got a nice man, and they got and he's so considerate to her, and she got such a good man. Yeah, I can't find nobody good. But then that's because you're selfish. You don't be considerate to people. You don't do things to be blessed. You do things that block your blessing. See, she does things to be blessed, and she does it just out the kindness of her heart. So that's why she is blessed. And that's what I understand with her being a part of her life. When God sent me to her and blessed me with her, he was blessing her, because when she jumped out the car and I walked across the field, it was God sent me to her and her to me. Because it was a situation where I never go to that place where I went, hadn't been there in 2 years. She wasn't know she was going to go. And it was something that I never meet people. I know a lot of people, but I never meet no one. And this was something that God set up.
Yes, because I wasn't planning to go that day.
He wasn't planning to go.
And then something said, just go ahead and go over there, Beverly. And I did. And so, and it was a blessing because he had on the same colors. It was the Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, God blessed us with each other.
And even though I'm from Ohio, I had on the red and gold for the 49ers because I'm an American Queen-ager.
And that was what initially stopped us to talk to each other. Say if it was any other day, just take for instance, let me give you the scenario. That's why it was God meant, God sent, because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you another scenario.
God grace.
If I would have seen her another time, another place, and it wasn't a special day like that to where what attracted us, we had the red and gold on, right? Which is my favorite color as well. My cars were red and gold, my color. It's been my favorite color for years, right? And this happened to be the day I'm wearing my favorite color because the 49ers was my favorite day to put on that color, right? Mm-hmm. So therefore, I went there
and you were being considerate.
I was being considerate, and then I went down the way and ran into her. I took a picture with a lot of different people during the day. You know what I mean? A lot of people had red and gold, but they didn't have everything from head to toe. They weren't as combination like we were. They weren't, that perfect combination. Mm-hmm. We were the perfect combination from the gate, when we met each other. It was like, like as if it was predetermined that we were going to do this. But the point I'm trying to make is that by her being considerate and living the kind of life she did, being blessed, that's why God brought us together, just like me. I wasn't being, like I said, considerate like she is. But I'm a good person, and I do, you understand me, treat people right. And I've always not lied, not cheated, and I didn't fool around with other women. I knew God. I told God I wanted a queen. And I was wearing my crown before I got the queen because I had a friend that had a queen, and he was a king, and I wanted what he had. And it was like a year or two. It was about a year that he was with his queen before I got my queen, right? It was a year, and he had his queen, but it was the time I met her. He was around me, but then it was the time that I met her and her mother, and I enjoyed the way they treated him and the way the love that they had. And I wanted that. I said, you know what, I'm not accepting nothing less. I told God that I wasn't accepting less. And already before that time, I wasn't fooling around with no women or doing nothing. And then this is when I asked God for that. And then, quite naturally, he gave that to me. He answered my prayers when he brought me my queen. And this is the astounding part that I know it was God that did this. Because just like my friend, woman called him king, when they're on the phone, I'd hear her talking to him, my king, my king, my king. My queen called me this.
Yes.
The minute we got together and were man and woman, we were together like that. She called me that.
And he is a boss king.
You understand?
Let me tell you, and you didn't know this, but Gabriel's eldest brother in Africa said he wanted to thank you for how you look out for him because his brother told him that we take him to have a meal at Panera's and that we do that very often, and he's so impressed with that. So we are being considerate. And my little spark plug, my little beautiful Bailey Boo, she's 8 now, but when she was 6, she says, Grandma, your King Bobby is so considerate of us.
Right, that's true. See, I am a good person. And that's where I got this from my mother and my father. And it's like, a lot of times I was holding this back because of the kind of life I lived, right? Sometimes you can't be kind in the life I lived, which was an underworld life. But I don't even talk about that no more because, like, when people ask me, what did you do? I say I was a model and I worked in a store. Only because it's nothing to be proud of. Living the life I live is nothing to be proud of, so I don't speak on it. But it is something to be proud of when you look how far I came. You know, I was a pimp and a hustler, and I came from that to where I am now, you understand? And I've been around the governor, and I've been around, you know, the mayor and people like that, so I'm a good person, and I'm an example to the community now as a humanitarian and a person that, you know, that's an influencer, and I'm a mentor to people.
And an ambassador.
And changing the life of these people in life. You know, I'm being an example. A lot of people look at me as a mentor figure because I'm a positive image, you know. I'm not the person I was back then. And I've been clean and sober, and I don't drink and do none of that. For 25 years, I've been clean. So
Yes.
I'm a living example and a testimony to a second chance at a first-class life. So I am very considerate, but I don't look at it like that, you know. Like she's seen it, just like what she said about Gabriel, her stepson. Is that what you call him, stepson? Right? Yeah, stepson.
Well, they're
And-
Africans, so they call me Mama.
Yeah,
so
and
I call
also-
them my sons.
And also her granddaughter. But I did this as you know, a lot of people, she was surprised when we got together, and she said she was going to see her she takes me every month. And I said, I'm going with you. She didn't think I would want to go. But no, that's a part of your life, and I'm in your life. So whatever you do, I'm doing it with you. Because that's what real people do. You live your life with your mate. You don't have things you do separate. Some people have things they do separate, which is okay. But you try to do as much as you can with the person because it grows you closer together. And just like me, her, and Gabriel, we're family now. You understand? I'm a part of that family. And his mother accepts us now, accepts me as well as her. And because I went to his funeral, her mother's funeral, she was going, and I said, I'm going. And I went, and I didn't even know his mother. I met her one time, but she always spoke good about his grandmother.
Right.
She spoke good about me all that time, but just like consideration, I didn't even think of all these things that are being considerate. I was being considerate when I said I'm going with you to the what do you call it? To the funeral. I went to the funeral, you know what I mean, to his grandmother's funeral. And I went, and even though her ex-husband was there, I wasn't intimidated. You know why? Because I know I take care of my woman. So I wasn't worried. And I know we went there and we represented. We looked good and we were representing. We was matching. We had the same coats on.
Because we always matches with
We were
heart
looking-
attached.
and we were looking real good. So I wasn't intimidated by going to that family, you know, because I'm a confident person.
And his grandmother actually had a picture of us in her paperwork.
She had us in the obituary.
Right.
In the obituary, we were in there. That's another thing. We were in the obituary, you know. But I'm like this here. See, these are things I do that I don't have to talk about because I do so many good things that I don't remember. Just like I'm considerate when I go visit my friends that are in the hospital. I go and see friends. I'm going to see my friend Silky next week. I'm going to see him.
Yes, we'll see you, Silky.
I seen my friend Charlie Walker. He passed away, but I went to see him. I went to see my boy Pretty Boy. I go see him. I'm going to see Success this weekend. He's back in the hospital. I'm going to go see him. He's the one that took me to see Pretty Boy several times. But me and my wife went first. When I first got the message, me and my queen, Beverly, we went to go see him. So these are things I do that I'm considering, you know, considering the people, going to see him and doing things that a lot of people, you know, a lot of my friends, they're such uprighteous people in church and all that. But when I tell them, let's go see these people, they don't have time. They don't have time. 2 or 3 people I know that are good people, but they couldn't consider going to see these people. And these people passed away on them. And they regretted it. They said, man, you did a good thing. Excuse me, you went to see these guys. And I didn't think that much of it. I just felt in my heart that I needed to go see them while they were living. You know, as soon as I found out they were sick, I said, I'm going to see them. Because the other 2 people I tried to go with, they wouldn't take me. You know who took me? My queen took me.
Of course.
I said, baby, let me go, take me here. She didn't doubt 1 minute to take me where I needed to go.
Oh, I think that is just so wonderful
You know?
and considerate that he does that.
Yeah, I did.
And that's why I love that song. Oh, honey. I love that song by the
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper, which is What a Mighty Great Man.
But
Because
that's the thing that, being considerate is, we both have that in common because you write, you give people birthday cards, you give them you call them up, you give them cards, you give them other than cards, you write a lot of fancy stuff on there.
appreciative adjectives for
Appreciative
their,
attitude, you inspire people.
yeah, with their names.
As soon as you meet somebody, you give them a positive, you add something to their name that's very positive and, and all that. And you could just meet somebody and consider, you treat them like you've been knowing them for a long time. That's something a lot of people don't do enough.
Well, I have that diagnosis, ADHD, but I don't live attention deficit hyperactive disorder. I live attention dedicated harvesting divineness.
Yeah, well, no, that's a good thing, because you are very considerate with people, and that's why God blesses you, and He blesses us because we've had a good life. We've been together over 3 years, and we've had more good in our life, and we get better and better each and every day. And that's my philosophy: get better and better each and every day. When we first started out, we had disagreements because we didn't really know each other. But as we got to knowing each other and being more embracing each other, we consider each other's feelings now about certain things.
Oh, yes.
I'm more open now to her, with her patient, with her talking to people. When we go places, I just go and do what I'm gonna do. But I'm just like her granddaughter. Me and her granddaughter was together in the store, and she was amazed how I just walked away and stood over there while Beverly was talking to these people, and her granddaughter knows how she is, and she come over there and said, "You know how mommy is, my grandmother is." This is when me and her first got together. Her granddaughter seen me just being patient, waiting over there a little ways away. And I didn't know you kids notice things. You'd be surprised how kids, 5 and 6 years old, notice so much. She noticed how patient I was with her grandmother, when she was doing that talking. Because she asked me, what did I think about it? I said, oh, do you know how your grandmother is? And then we just laughed about it, me and her. And we did what we did. And after that, we never mentioned it no more. And Beverly keeps doing what she's doing. But now that I see she does that, I see how she enlightens people's life with the things she does. Even when she shows people her pictures of how she was and how she is, that's amazing because you wouldn't think that was the same person. And it's inspiring because when you see her, you say, oh, that's just another beautiful woman. And they look at her, they don't know what she's been through to get like this. Than what she was before. See, so that's a testimony right there. And it's something that a lot of people tell me, oh, you need to do shows on, you need to tell your queen to do shows on how we can lose weight or how we can, how we eat. I said, well, she eats small meals, because my ex-wife was telling me.
Well, I eat portion-sized meals.
How she did it. I said, well, you have to ask her. She'll tell you, because I don't know how she measures the portions, because I don't think she measures it. I think she just used common sense. But when you meet her, you can talk to her about that. Because a lot of people want to know how you do it, because it seems so, most people have to go to Weight Watchers. They have to go to some program to lose weight. She did it on her own. It took her 6 years to lose 200 and some pounds. But she did it, her and a friend of hers, Matt, did he help you? Matt assist you in doing that?
Oh, yeah, Matt Comparelli.
Comparelli assisted
He
her.
helped me by walking me, and now he really emphasizes the vegan kind of meals.
Right.
And so I appreciate him. And my exercise teacher is Sensei. Well, he told me stop saying Sensei.
Sensational Sam?
Yeah, because I said, well, Sensei means teacher in Japanese.
Sensational. If you say sensational, he might accept it.
He told me just call him Sam. But I call him Supreme Sam now because he helps so many of us at that class.
Right.
And in his class, I've lost another 72 pounds.
Right.
And
you don't need
it's
to
so
lose no
what-
more weight. I'm going to tell you like I told
Right,
Shirley.
Yeah.
A friend of hers that lost a lot of weight.
right.
You don't need to lose no more. And
No, but I'm
just-
keeping it off, and that's great, because
Just
this
keep
has
it
been
off.
the last 7 years that I've done this, and it's a blessing.
Right, that's wonderful.
Yes, it is. Thank you, my king.
Well, you know, you're doing the right thing and eating right. Now you eat more vegetables. Just like this morning, I had a omelet, and I didn't have no mushrooms, so you know what I put? I put broccoli in there, and I was trying it out. I said, well, let me put the broccoli, and broccoli and cauliflower. So I put broccoli and cauliflower, so I'm gonna start doing that now in my omelet, because I'm getting my vegetable. I used to do it in a soup. I used to put the broccoli in the soup, but I said, no, let me try it. I want to get rid of these vegetables because we're going on a long trip, and I don't want to have these vegetables get old in the house. So I said, let me eat them. So I'm gonna have so I put them in the omelet this morning. And you know what? The first time I did it, and I like it. I'm gonna do it from now on because I want to incorporate more vegetables in my diet and everything I do.
What about fruit?
Well, I'm trying to do fruit. Fruit is hard to do, but I'm trying to do fruit. You know,
Right.
even when we go to Sizzler, I don't eat fruit. Like I always grab the cookies and ice cream, but I only do that once a week. But I'm gonna start doing the fruit. Just give me time. I'm gonna do the fruit. I'm trying to get this down,
Well,
and I'll start doing the fruit.
I've fallen in love with the Sizzlers because they have the meal
Salad
that's
bar.
called a salad bar, and then you go up there and you pick up what you want to have, and I
Yeah.
get, instead of getting salad dressing, I get the strawberry yogurt,
Right.
and because one of the salads that he would eat, salad dressings he would
Thousand
eat.
Island.
Thousand Island.
kinda
It was
sweet.
it is sweet, and I didn't want to overdo it. So, but I get my cucumbers, and I get
Right. Yes, cucumber's good.
the cheese, the
Yeah, I have
carrots,
carrots in there. I see carrots,
and carrots.
and you put little green vegetables in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cucumber's green, yeah.
Yeah, cucumbers.
You know, certain one things.
Yes.
And that when you have your cereal, get the bran cereal and like the corn flakes. What's that, bran flakes? The kind you have?
Raisin Bran, crunchy Raisin
Yeah,
Bran.
crunchy red, that's good too. when
And
I come
his
back.
sister, Passionate Patricia, in Arizona, she gave it to us, and it was very good because I'm very considerate because it helped us have our movements.
Oh, yeah, it is good for that. And as you get older, sometimes a lot of people don't talk about these things. I had a friend, he stayed constipated, and it wasn't no good because he got real sick. So you got to eat the right foods to get rid of that stuff. We were young, we didn't know about all that, we didn't pay attention. We're older now, and we want our body to run right. That's why I take fish oils. The oils and garlic, it flush your body.
Oh yeah,
It helps you.
He
you know,
got
get
me
rid of
on
stuff.
garlic, so I
It
have
helps get rid
garlics
of
with my
things.
meals.
You know, and that's a good thing to do. I ran out of garlic, but I didn't want to buy that because I know I'm gonna be gone for a week, so I didn't want to have it in my refrigerator because when I come back, I'm gonna get all the vegetables I need back in my icebox because I'll be there to eat them every day.
Okay.
Because you know, we'll be gone for a while. We're going to Las Vegas.
To see family
We're going there to see family.
and friends that treat us as family, and we
friends.
treat them as family.
And we're gonna enjoy our trip when we come back.
Yeah, we're not going there to gamble.
We will do a show on traveling. We'll do a show. When we do our next show next month, it'll be the show me and her do together, and we're going to talk about the trip, and we're going to talk about the benefits of traveling when you're a senior. You know,
Yes, it's so
when you're
wonderful.
a senior and you
We have
travel
such a great time.
and you enjoy yourself, you do what you like. You don't do things at other people's pace. And one thing I'm gonna tell you, when you're older and you travel, don't travel with young people when you're older. If you're trying to do a vacation with yourselves, if you're doing it with your grandchildren, then you do it with your grandchildren, and you're doing it with them to be with them. But when you're trying to enjoy the vacation, like me and her doing, it's just me and her because we're gonna move and function at our pace. You know, at our pace because I'm 70 and she's 68. We ain't trying to.
Well, I'll be 68 on July 27th.
Yes, well, she's 67.
But that's okay. I feel
She's
great
67, I mean.
because it's such a blessing.
Excuse me, I mean 67. So she said we had how many minutes? We had 25. We got 5 minutes.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
5 minutes.
So the thing about it is, is that being considerate, like I'm considerate, see what I said? I just be considerate about, you know, doing things. When we get to Las Vegas, we're gonna do things because we're gonna be considerate of each other, you know.
And let me rock the love, because I love
we're gonna do
rocking
what's-
love. You
what's
see,
best.
my necklace I always put on
Oh yeah,
heart.
she loves to love enough.
and
She does what she likes to do. She likes to dance.
oh, and I dance, but I do not twerk, but I will do the jerk.
She rocks. She likes to rock.
Well,
the music.
because it's very healthy kind of exercise.
And she does do that, you know.
And I appreciate our Sam at the
Play
Ira
music
Jenkins
and they get in there.
Senior, because he always plays wonderful music. And then sometimes he has a big pad that he shows us, which says the name of a dance he wants us to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, it has the name of a dance.
Yeah, that he wants us to do.
Oh, okay. You guys got different techniques.
Oh, yeah, we have different techniques there, and it's because of him, but he has us do so much exercising of all our muscles. Because when
Yeah,
I
that's
went
good.
through things, being in his class helped me get better, because I had an issue with my shoulder, and then he had us doing exercises that made that better too.
Right. Well, that's good.
But I appreciate you, my king.
Well, I appreciate you. That's why I'm always looking out for you.
All right, thank
Just
you.
like you look out for me. But the thing about it is that, you know, I noticed, you know, a lot of people, they wonder why they can't have the relationship we got. So I don't even talk about it more in details, because a lot of people be jealous. And when I said, well, you're not the type of person. First of all, you have to be a good person. You know, you can't be running around having sex with different people.
Mm-mm.
And these people are married, but you have sex with them, with the man's, the lady's wife, husband. You're having sex. You're not gonna get blessed living that kind of life,
No.
because you're not being capable of getting a good man. How you gonna get a good man if you're not a good woman? If you're having sex with all these different men, ain't no good man gonna come to you. Because the men look at you just for a good time. They're not looking for you for a relationship. And you say you see all these couples holding hands, and you feel bad. You went to see your people, and everybody was coupled up. No, you're not living like a person who wants to be coupled up. If you're going to be single, be happy single and live the life of a single person. If you're going to screw a lot of people, be happy doing it though. Don't do that and then want to be in a relationship, because you're not living that type of life. You're not ready for it, and God's not going to bring you with that. See, when I got my relationship, I wasn't messing with no women.
Okay, we got less than a minute.
I was being true.
Honey, I want to say, and as the
What do you wanna
guest,
say?
my name is Beverly Hodge,
Yes.
and the second last name is Odabi, because that's my son's name and my little granddaughter's name, and my Gabriel, his last name is Odabi.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And then his brother that talked to me from Africa yesterday, Nigeria,
So, Dobby.
his first name is Desmond, and I want to do a shout out to my nephew,
King.
King Henry Brown III.
Yeah, how you doing, Henry Brown III? Keep doing good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
She telling me how good you've been doing.
and his
And you
lady
keep it up
is
with our shows, and
Coco.
that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
good.
All
Keep doing
right.
that. Yeah. So like I was saying, you
Oh,
can't
honey,
get what
we
you don't
at it.
give. Yeah, you can't get what you don't give. You don't get what you don't give. To be blessed, you got to give. You gotta be a blessing. You understand me? To get people to consider you, you have to be considerate to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I wanted to say. And I'm gonna stop this show and let you all people know that we have another show, like I told you, that's gonna be next month with her, and I'll have one next week when I come back. But I'm not gonna talk about the vacation until me and her get back together, because it was all vacation. So everyone out, you all be good. Thank you very much. International Reds Fashion Experience. This is not the mini, this is the big fashion experience. Believe that.